Peace and blessings in this corner, Boxing 24. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How's everyone doing this evening? I hope all is well. I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain, and as always, God is good and God is great. So, in this corner, Boxing 24, 24-hour news, right? Thank God, man, I picked the right name, man, for my channel, because there's always something going on in the boxing world. And, I can't cover everything, but I can cover some of the, important topics that's going on in the boxing world, right? So what I want to talk about tonight is Mr. Teofimo Lopez and the takeover, as he calls it. So Teofimo Lopez, we know last year, almost a year ago, he lost to George Kambosos. He was a unified champion. He wasn't undisputed. He had 3 belts. So he lost to George Kambosos in a fight that was pretty close. And in the second half of the fight, he actually really rallied and came back. He was doing much better. But George Kambosos won the fight. So he had some physical issues, some health issues that was going on. And now he said that he's fully recovered, fully ready to go. And so he's fighting on August 13th in Las Vegas at the Resorts Casino in Vegas against Pedro Campa, who is 34-1-1 with 23 KOs. And he's on a win streak. He's coming off of a win streak. His last few fights have been wins for the last few years, actually. He's on a win streak. And so he's a Mexican fighter, and Teofimo Lopez said he's looking forward to the challenge. He said that he took over the lightweight division, 135, and he's going to do the same thing at 140. He's going to take over the lightweight division. And in his words, he said that he's going to clean it out, the lightweight division, 140. Now, I remember when Teofimo Lopez fought Lomachenko, I actually went for him in that fight. I'm glad that he won the fight. And I was at the Garden when he beat Richard Conley, when he knocked him out. That was a hell of a knockout, man. That was like a knockout of the year performance or punch. You know what I'm saying? And so when he fought Lomachenko, I wanted him to win. I knew he could. And he beat Lomachenko real good, So when he lost to Kambosos, man, I was a little surprised, But like I said, he came back in the second half of that fight. And if he had a little more time, if he had maybe came back a couple of rounds more earlier, he could have pulled that fight out, at least by a split decision. I think if he was to fight George Kambosos again, he would beat him. I think he could beat him. So now the interesting thing to me is that he said he's going to clean out the 140-pound division. And I remember a few weeks ago hearing Gary Antoine Russell saying, well, not even a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago, because he just fought last week, right? He just fought last Saturday at the Barclays Center against Francis Barthélemy, and he has his 16th fight, 16th stoppage. It was an early stoppage, I will say, but I feel like he was going to stop Barthélemy anyway in the next round. Or not even the next round, once he jumped back on him. Once he knocked him down, if the ref would have let the fight proceed, he was going to jump right on him and probably stop him right there. Or no more than the next round. That ref did a bad job. That was a bad stoppage. And even Gary Russell Jr., his brother and trainer, said, yes, I would say it was an early stoppage as well. But like I said, my brother was going to stop him anyway, right? So he got 16 fights, 16 stoppages. Teofimo Lopez is 16-1 with 12 knockouts. So hopefully they're on a collision course to fight each other, right? Teofimo said he's going to clean the division out. And Gary Antoine Russell said that's what he's coming to do, right? That's what he's there for. 140 is deep too, right? Regis Prograis, Zepeda, Ramirez, Josh Taylor, deep division. So it's going to be some heavy cleaning to clean out that division, right? We're going to see. I'll say this, Regis Prograis and Zepeda and Ramirez, man, ain't nothing to play with, right? So we're going to see how that goes. But I think Teofimo Lopez and Gary Antoine Russell will be a good fight. That would be a very good fight. I don't know, man. I would take Gary Antoine Russell in that fight. So to hear him say he's going to clean out the division, it's a little bit different, Teofimo. This ain't no lightweights. 140 is junior welterweight. Dudes is a little bit stronger, hitting a little bit harder, could be faster. Bigger dudes, man. Dudes walking around, a lot more weight. So it's definitely a real test. And so to say you're going to clean out the division, you got to really be about that. So those are the fights, man, that need to happen. Teofimo, Gary Antoine Russell, Regis is getting ready to fight Zepeda, Jose Zepeda. Josh Taylor gave up a belt, another belt. He vacated one belt. The other belt was taken from him. She was stripped. And now Regis Prograis is getting his opportunity. But I'm just saying that to say that 140-pound division, that junior welterweight, is a deep division. So be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. I don't know, man. I don't know how those fights are going to get made, but I know that they definitely can get made, okay? So if Teofimo Lopez can beat Campa next week on Saturday, let's see who he calls out. Let's see what he asks for, because I know Gary Antoine Russell would definitely welcome that fight. And I think that's a fight, man, that'll be a fight of the year candidate. I mean, that would be a very good fight. So I'm looking forward to Teofimo Lopez next week and see how he rebounds from that loss. He said he's feeling good, and that fight is in the past. He said that just because he lost doesn't mean anything. It's not going to hold him back. Great fighters lose, and he's right. A loss don't make you less than. A lot of fighters have lost. Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, lost. Okay? Please. Sugar Ray Leonard lost. Tommy Hearns lost. A lot of fighters lost. But it's how you come back. It's how you rebound from the loss. That's the key. Look at Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo lost. Shouldn't have lost, but he did, to Tony Harrison. And he came back and did what? In the rematch, he stopped him. Then he came back and fought Castano and rematched him and stopped him, and he's undisputed. So you definitely don't let a loss. Look at Tony Harrison. He had losses, then he came back on a win streak. Losses don't stop you. Look at Lara. Lara lost to Canelo, a fight that he shouldn't have lost, but they gave it to Canelo. And Canelo's one of my favorite fighters, but Lara beat him that night. But I'm just saying, look at Lara, how he didn't let that define him. And look at the fights that he's had since that, and now he's at a point where he's really hurting people and knocking people out. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't let that loss define him. So no, Teofimo Lopez, definitely 16-1, 12 knockouts. That's a good record. Very good record. That's 17 fights in. This would be your 18th fight. And, you could do big things. I would just go for the top guns. Get your feet wet with this fight. Maybe one more fight for your confidence. Or depending on how you do, you go straight for the ghost or go straight for Gary Antoine Russell or Regis, right? And work your way towards, see what Josh Taylor's going to do. I don't know if he's going up to 147. That's what I've been hearing. But I'm just saying 140 is wide open, all right? So there's going to be some heavy cleaning to clean out that division. Bigger dudes, stronger dudes, fast, intelligent, hungry, all right? So if you hungry, They hungry too. You want to eat, they want to eat too. That's the type of division that junior welterweight is. That's serious business right there. So peace and blessings in this corner boxing 24. I wish everyone a safe evening, a blessed evening. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Be safe out there with COVID. COVID is still here. Wear your mask, protect yourself, social distance, okay? The numbers are going up, I'm hearing. So just be safe, be smart. You know, if you're in crowds, put your mask on. That's what I do, you know? I'm not saying I wear my mask everywhere, but I wear my mask in a lot of places. Definitely where there's crowds, okay? So that's pretty much it. That's all I got. Please subscribe to the page. Help us grow. Please leave your comments, whether it's nay or yay, and we'll keep bringing you some good information. All right? Peace and blessings.